You know, people, I work hard to bring you the paranormal news. And as soon as I clicked on go live, the music came on. My daughter gave me a look. She's playing hooky today. Shame on her. Nah, she's not playing hook. We got an appointment today at noon we got to go to. But she gave me a look as soon as she heard the news. So that's how hip I am, even with the young people. People in the teens are going to start watching the real news, the paranormal news. So good day, everybody. I hope everybody had a good day last night. Just a couple things. Let me share a couple things. Some not breaking news, but last night there was a kick-ass show. I mean, I'm talking about kick-ass show. It was. I gotta find it here. Here we go. It was called last night. That's the wrong one. I am slacking here. Hold on a second. I can't believe I was slacking here. Give me a second. There it is. There we go. It was called The Planet of the Bigfoot. Matt, Squatch in South Florida was on last night. And let me just tell you, if you're into Bigfoot, or actually if you're into anything that's considered the unnormal, you want to check out last night's show. I mean, we went everywhere. We went everywhere from a piece of shit movie, made a song that was nothing, to Bigfoot talk, to rods that told us the future. What we learned last night was that, if you didn't know this, Elvis is still alive. We learned that Donald Trump is a clone. So we learned a lot. We learned the magic of the rods. So Bigfoot Anonymous on there. Dr. Wu is Dr. Wu. If anybody's watching it, Dr. Wu had a little extra things in his step last night. So it was a great show last night. Like I said, it went late. I usually have a 2-hour mark. We went over. So you could say I'm a little tired because I worked on this stuff for today late last night. But hey, I got my coffee. It's at 135 degrees. It's good to go. And let me take this off and we'll start watching the videos that I have ready for us. But also this morning, let me get it up here. Chad Smith podcast had a fantastic show. Tony was the guest appearance on the show. And let me tell you, the last 30 minutes, the show was even off the hook. I don't know what happened. Some guy that was previously called Gypsy Road, that is now Paranormal Highway, joined the panel about the last 30 minutes of the show. But to get to that best part of the show, you got to watch the whole thing. So let me put the link to that video because there were some great conversations. Joking around, there were some great conversations in that whole show. I was able to watch it some at 8 o'clock and drop a kid off of school, come back. I was able to join the panel. They had a great show today. So you guys check it out. And I joined in about the last 30 minutes. I want to thank Chad Smith for sending me the invite to jump on. It was a very fun show. It was a great show. And this is what the community is about, sharing. Right? It's about sharing. Not everything's everybody's cup of tea. I understand that. I get that. But these are good people. These are good people. These aren't the people that are going to send people out to your channel and troll you stuff. Actually, last night on my channel, you guys, if you watch it, you're going to see it that there was a troll in my show last night that was trying to start a fight between us and another channel. Was trying to say stuff that this channel was talking about us, and that never happened. So, unfortunately, trolls are real, and they do try to start fights. And we saw one just last night on our channel that tried to have us go into a fight with another Bigfoot channel, and it was just a bunch of bogus shit. It was dumb, and I don't understand why people want to do that. I don't know what. I don't even know how they exist and why they want to do that. But it is what it is. That's life. But guys, we're here to have fun. Let's go into the Bigfoot. All right. Now, guys, this one was actually sent to me in an email from, it's called, it's about a Bigfoot print. Um, Let me see who sent it to me. So I'll give the person credit. Melissa Nicole. And what she wrote to me was, my boyfriend ran across this in the woods. If you want to use it for the show, go for it. So basically, when I'm going to show you the video, uh, her boyfriend is a skeptic. It's not, I don't know how hardcore of a skeptic he is. So basically, what I'm getting at is Melissa Nicole believes in the Bigfoot, and the boyfriend kind of doesn't. Or does he? Let's check out this little minute video that the boyfriend made for his girlfriend, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Here we go.
This video is for my baby that believes in Bigfoot. I don't believe in Bigfoot, but I wanted to show you something. You see this track? They tell me what the hell this is. That's crazy, down here on the creek, all the way at the PD River. Way in the woods. Nobody else around except me and my buddies. This is a big wall, a big old creek. Here's that track. I got another big indention. It's right up here on the left. On the left side, right here. You should see it with my finger pointing. And right here is the foot. I love you, baby. Maybe this might help you.
That's kind of cool, in a lot of different ways. The person was just being honest. He's not really, he said he doesn't believe in a Bigfoot, but Melissa does. But he still had the camera. He still saw a foot that he doesn't recognize, and he still took a shot. Now let's go back to that one first foot here. It's sadly I can't really zoom in where you guys can see it. But what's interesting is it does look like a press in the ground. But what was so cool is when he found like a second dent in the ground. And that's important because you always think that you see one foot, right? One print, there should be another one. So when you find another print, and it's fine to be a skeptic and all that, but he still took the video. He's still recognizing that he doesn't recognize the footprint. Now, when you get something like that, and when you can't figure out, because first of all, it's not a bear. A bear doesn't have that big of a foot. But you always wonder, right? What's enough footage for you to become a believer? And I'm not talking about watching somebody else's footage, because back in your mind, you're always thinking that somebody else's faults or not. But when you catch the footage, when you see a footprint yourself, when is it enough for you to change your mind? Like, you know what? There's something here. It's, most people who are skeptics become not a skeptic when something does happen to them, unfortunately. I mean, you hear that all the time in the Bigfoot community and paranormal, that they were skeptics, they were non-believers until it actually happened to them. Happens all the time, but what is that crossover? What is it going to take to try to make a believer out of somebody? Like I didn't believe that R2D2 could make a good cup of coffee, but then I got this compressor. I learned that R2D2 can make coffee. It is possible. I'm a believer now that R2D2 can make coffee. Okay. So let me check. I know. I just went off the deep ends. Now everybody's like, I'm running. I'm out of this channel. Well, fuck this guy. Now this one is it's called it's called Mind-Blowing Bigfoot in Spain. So apparently there's a footage or a picture that somebody's saying this could be the Bigfoot in Spain. Good food in Spain, right? That's what I've heard. I've never been to Spain, but one day I hope I get to go to Spain. That'd be cool. But let's see here.
Abominable snowman sighting in Spain caught on camera. That's right, folks. The proof the world has been waiting for has finally been uploaded. A Sasquatch, or Yeti, or abominable snowman, or just plain old Bigfoot, whatever you want to call him, has been spotted, supposedly. The footage is shaky and short-lived. Yes, that's all there is. 3 seconds. You've seen it in full twice now. But that's more than enough to get cryptozoologists, people who track and study the existence of hidden animals, into a frenzy. Look at him turn his head. You can't fake that. How dare anyone question its authenticity? The images were captured at a ski resort in the Pyrenees Mountains of northeastern Spain on January 29th. They were posted by a user named Kangaroo with the caption, "Strange animal spotted in Formigal. What the hell is this? A bear or a bloody Yeti?" The skier reported the sighting to the resort, which then led to an investigation. A spokesman for the resort stated that after combing the area, they found nothing and believe there's no cause for alarm. But they'll remain on alert just in case. So, what do you make of this? New evidence or another hoax? Let us know in the comments.
What do you guys think? For me, it's not enough. It's not enough to set on that one part. Hold on. Let me see if I can pause it. Here, let me see. Let me see here. Let me see if I can pause it. Right there. That's not... I mean, God, it's so freaking hard because 3 seconds is just not enough. It's for me, it's just not enough. I mean, I even try zooming in on the actual footage, and I wish when you do a video on this, you could do that too. But for me to zoom in, I have to do it outside of StreamYard. And even when I'm doing it actually right now, I'm trying to get a deeper look. But it's like, even when I zoom in, I just can't tell. It could be the most real thing there is, but I can't tell. Does anybody know? Have you guys heard of this one, or is it a known hoax? Is it real? What do you guys know? Does anybody know about this footage? I mean, and it is interesting. And I did see some people in the chat. Let's see here. Where did he rest go? Let me see here. Well, is it drink droids? I like that. Well, he is drinks droid on Jabba. Yeah. And there's a lot of good cups, man. Look at this is one of my favorite cups. Oh wow, it's see-through. Because this is a Yoda cup and it's green. And I found this in a comic book store. It was on clearance because I guess nobody wanted to buy a Yoda green cup. I thought it was cool. But how cool is that, right? Wow. I got the Force. Ooh. That's kind of awesome. Magic. See what I can do for you guys? See, maybe I'm a medium. I'm in a parallel universe. This is a matrix glitching. So, what do you guys think of that footage? You think it's real? You think it's a Yeti? Could be. I mean, you never know. But guys, let's jump on over to the paranormal today. All right, now I got some paranormal footage video from Amber's ParaWorld. This was first launched on her TikTok. So, and then she put it over on her YouTube. So I ripped it from her YouTube and I try to make it a little bigger, a little wider from a TikTok style. So I try to widen much as I can, but it is TikTok kind of footage, that little rectangle. Man, I should be like Devo, right? Devo. I don't get no satisfaction, or whip it real good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, here we go. This is so weird. Sometimes I feel like I have problems navigating StreamYard today. It's kind of strange, but here we go.
They're here. They're not happy that I'm here. They want to be left alone. Who is that a picture of? What's his nickname? Who is this? Can you tell me his name? Got a stick on my head. Are you coming? Come on, I'm already recording. That is an amazing birdhouse. I need one of those. For some reason, I just heard someone in my head say, "No, you don't." I don't know who it was. So if you guys ever get a chance to come here, she has so... Boy. I'm a good boy. Hattie, are you still here with me? So
I like that. I'm always with you. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, I'm always with you. Shoot. Amber, I know you're in the chat. Patty said she's always with you. I'm guessing that must be a good spirit, right? I'm hoping that's a good spirit and all that. So, what? No more singing? Come on, man. Come on. I could be on America's Got Talent or do they even still have that singing show? Or isn't there another singing show where people sit in the seats behind so they don't look at the person and pretend that, you know, they could be ugly and they can sing? But, you know, we all know they always choose good-looking people, just the way it works. It's just how it is. Because good-looking people sell, and I guess people looking like me, we don't sell. Actually, shit, if everybody sings on tracks now, I think The Voice, okay, The Voice. Yeah, I should be on The Voice, right? I mean, all pop singers, right? They sing the tracks. Wasn't there this huge new pop singer that's very huge, and she dropped a mic, and she was looking for her mic for 30 seconds, and and she was still singing magically, and then when she finally found the mic, the most disgusting thing that I ever seen is people clap their asses off, even after this person found the mic. I'm like, my God, people are supporting tracks, lip singing. God damn. I mean, I'm like, that's pitiful. Shit. Man, you can make me a country singer. And you know, and it's like, you know, people badmouth Milli Vanilli, right? And they do it all the time now. Pop singers, it's not even real. Shit. Why make fun of Milli Vanilli when they all do it themselves, right? I don't know. Now, guys, this one is it's a little longer video, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting. It's about a haunted place in Chicago. Let me see here what it's called. It's called Chicago Haunted Ghost Sighting at an Old Cook Country Jail Site where sinister men were executed. So these people were executed. So it is like 5.5 minutes, but I thought it was interesting enough. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Here we go. I got to go full screen. Okay, there we go.
We are at Illinois and Dearborn Streets. This is a fire station currently, but what used to be here back in the old days was the old Cook County Jail before it moved to where it is now, 26 in California. Just back there, that building back there is the old Cook County Courthouse, which is now a courthouse museum. right around the corner, about the middle of that fire station, is where, when hangings were legal in this state up to about 1927, 90 men were hung from the neck until they died. That's where the gallows were set up, right over there. No woman ever hung in Chicago, just 90 men.
So 90 men got hanged and no women. Now, that would change with the Me Too movement. Women deserve equal just as much as men. So, hopefully next time, if they're ever going to bring back the hanging, we got to make sure it's men and women, right? Got to be fair. Got to be fair. Just saying.
Lots of stories of the fire station being haunted. Firemen for years have reported hearing the sound of like a moaning or a wailing ghost in here. One of the guys who was connected to the Haymarket Square riot, 1886. It was a peaceful protest for the 8-hour workday. Eventually turned into a riot, a bomb getting thrown. All the guys who spoke that day, even though none of them probably threw the bomb or caused any of the problems, were convicted and eventually hung here, 5 of them. But only 4 of them actually died here by hanging, because the 5th one, a guy named Louis Ling, the night before bit on a dynamite cap and blew his head off. Some say he's the one that's heard wailing in here.
Listen, as crazy as that sounds, I'd rather die with a dynamite in my head than being hanged, knowing that I'm going to fall and probably not die right away. So even crazy as that sounds, the dynamite, I'd rather go out that way than to be hanged. I'm just saying.
Chicago serial killers named Johann Hock, who by the time the police caught up to him, it was estimated that he had married 55 women, all for very short times. Marry them for a short time, take their money, either run or kill them. He was executed here. His ghost was reported seen here shortly after the execution. Another common report of a ghost here is that
Justin, yeah, you got that right, Justin. I would take the dynamite and play the AC/DC song TNT. I would play that. I would crank that song loud and then do it. TNT. I forgot not to sing. I'm sorry.
Of a lot of the firemen hear what sounds like somebody singing throughout the building. There were several men who, as they were being brought to the gallows, were singing, including this man named Carl Wanderer, who his case became known as the case of the Ragged Stranger. In 1919, Carl Wanderer owned a successful butcher shop here in Chicago. He had a young wife, pregnant with their first child. Everything seemed great, but I guess behind the surface it wasn't so great, because one day on Madison Avenue, he finds a drifter. Just goes up to the guy and says, "Hey, my wife doesn't think I'm too much of a man. I want to show her that I'm a man. If I give you $10, which was big money in 1919, we're going to go to the movies. As we're walking back to our apartment, will you jump out from behind the bushes, pretend to rob us, so I can attack you and look like more of a man to my wife?" And the guy's like, "Hey, yeah, for $10, you got it." He even gives him a gun. So they do this whole thing, but the plan probably was all along that he wasn't going to just look like a man. He might have wanted to get rid of his wife for whatever reason. There were stories that he was having an affair with a young girl, or maybe he wanted to get back into the army. Lots of different stories out there. But what he eventually does is he ends up shooting both the drifter and his pregnant wife, who both died. Initially, he seemed like a hero to the public because they didn't realize what happened right away. But some wise detectives did kind of get onto the thing, wondering why this drifter, who had no money in his pocket, had such a nice expensive gun. And when they ran the serial numbers on the guns, they realized they were only a couple numbers off, and the serial number of the second gun actually came up to as being owned by Carl Wanderer's cousin. So then they questioned him further, and he said, "Oh, yeah, no, I had 2 guns with me that night, and he took one from me." Then they're like, "Carl, what you were thinking was going to happen walking home from the movie that you needed 2 guns?" So eventually he does confess to this murder, and he was hung here singing at the gallows. But to me, the greatest story that took place here
Homeless people
is not of the hangings that actually happened, but of the hanging that never happened. In 1921, a gangster named Tommy O'Connor, terrible Tommy O'Connor, was arrested for killing a police officer here in Chicago. Tried, convicted, December 1921. He was scheduled to be executed here at the gallows. A couple nights before his execution, him and a couple of men knock over a guard, take the guard's gun. They scale like a 10-foot prison wall, jump out on Illinois Street here. Tommy O'Connor jumps on a passing car, waving a gun, tells the driver, keep going. Driver takes off down the road, eventually turns down an alley, crashes his car in the alley, sees Tommy O'Connor running down the alley, and that was the last time that anyone ever saw Tommy O'Connor alive again. He was never seen again. Manhunts, of course, took place. He was never found. Fast forward, you get into the 1970s. Because Tommy O'Connor's sentence was to be executed, to be hung by the gallows here. Once hangings were no longer legal in the state of Illinois after 1927, a judge did rule, because that was his sentence, that they needed to keep the gallows up just in case he was ever caught, because he had to complete that sentence. So once this closed as the jail, they moved the gallows into the basement of the courthouse there. And those gallows sat up to the year 1977, when finally a judge ruled that I don't think Tommy's coming back anymore. So they dismantled them.
I kind of like the stories there. There's so many different stories there. And, you know, hauntings do, you know, the energy of hauntings do come from major events. I mean, shoot. And what's interesting is all those murderers that, you know, there was footage of, they look like normal people, you know, people you don't think they would be murderers. And it just kind of tells you that, you know, you got to watch out, because I got to adjust this. There we go. That's adjusted. So you just got to watch out, right? I mean, you just never know. Hey, my good friend, maybe it's Mandela. When we get to the Mandela Effect section of the show, the video I'm actually showing is hers. It's from her channel. It deals with Twilight Zone. So that'll be coming up after the UFOs. So maybe Mandela, you need to stick around, because the Mandela Effect today is from your channel. So let's jump on over to UFOs. God, I can't even find my intro. All right, this first one I'm showing is interesting, is because there are lights in Las Vegas, right? But the lights in Las Vegas, what's interesting, was spotted by the newscaster himself. You know, so it's one thing to make fun of regular people, but do they make fun of their own newscaster for seeing these lights? Well, let's find out.
All righty. Well, all right. Let's prepare ourselves for this, Dave Hall. While getting ready for his live shot this morning, our Dylan Kendrick looked up and gasped.
Gasped, we say. He saw a string of strange lights zipping across the valley sky. He's not the only one. So what was it? Do we need to call the Men in Black or something? Let's bring in Dylan. Dylan, what did you see?
Oh man, so I'm just gonna start off with saying I'm not the average Joe who starts talking aliens just randomly to get people fired up this morning.
No, that's more fun.
But
let's talk.
I hope we could. I hope we can show some of the video. But what we saw, my photographer Luis and I were just talking in between that live shot that we brought to you in the 5 o'clock hour. Looked up and just saw at least 20 or 30 lights just kind of coming into play. So there was a dark sky, nothing, and then these bright lights just started coming out and just moving about in a southeasterly direction. One of the strangest things I've seen, like I said, at this point they're unidentified. UFOs don't associate all the time with aliens, but at this point, I've never seen anything like it. Folks are reaching out to me on Twitter for my video. It was spotted out in California, which tells us these aren't airplanes, they're not drones, but wow, guys, I mean, you guys can chime in. You've seen the video too. Just let everyone know at home I'm not crazy.
Well, I mean, not for this reason, Dylan, but maybe for others. But anyway, were they flying towards Nellis Air Force Base? Could you tell? Were they flying in the direction of Nellis?
No, so they were actually flying southeast, I want to say. So coming kind of from a northwest southeast pattern. And if we're taking Las Vegas and looking southeast, I'd say it's more in the direction of maybe headed towards Boulder City, Lake Mead area, towards Arizona was the direction I saw it coming from. But it was coming from the northwest. As you know, Nellis Air Force Base is in the northeast. But like I mentioned, I don't think these are airplanes because I've been getting tweets from people who saw the same thing out in California. So that just leaves it up to you to decide what it is, guys.
So if you at home saw this as well, we want to see your video. Please send them to us so we can continue dissecting this. But I mean, isn't Nellis doing those those drills right now? And I know they've been doing night training. I don't know if that would take them to California, but I feel much better knowing it was them instead of the latter.
Right.
Well, I mean, like I said,
if we're being...
Go ahead, Dylan. Sorry.
Go ahead, Dave. I was going to say, if we're being real, I mean, we had just an insane year last year, I think, where everything that could happen happened. The only thing missing from the slate here is an alien invasion.
Yep.
I don't know what else could happen, honestly.
You know what, Dylan? I think you need to head out to, like, the lake and see if maybe there's some flying saucers just kind of chilling on the lake. Maybe tell them to bring us some water.
You know, I don't know. I don't know how you take that. You know, are they making fun of him on what he saw? I mean, it could be a bunch of planes. There are military bases out there. I mean, I'm not saying that. You know, it could be a lot of different possibilities. But you know, what if they were all UFOs? I mean, the thing is, you know, you learn that with all the stories I've been hearing, UFOs do fly around nuclear plants, and there are certain areas. And Vegas is nothing but lights. I mean, shoot, they got the luxury that shoots a light up there. And, you know, if you're a UFO ship from space, you know, you might be attracted to the, sorry about that. I'm just trying to adjust, trying to fix that. I don't know. Oh, well, fuck it. I don't care. So I don't know. Do you guys think that was some UFOs, or was it a bunch of ships and all that? But it's just kind of funny that at least it came from a broadcaster, right? A person out there. And of course, the news people always make their fun, you know, but it is kind of interesting. Now, here's another video story from my good friend Grandpa's World. I respect this guy, and I want to show him some love. I've been showing his videos lately. He's a fantastic person, and everybody should be going to his channel. I'll have a link to his video when the show's over. So here's Grandpa's theme.
Welcome to Grandpa's World, and I'm Grandpa. Today we're going to talk about Jose de Silva. Around May 3rd of what year, I don't know. He lived in Brazil. He decided to go fishing.
Things happen in Brazil.
He set up his camp and started fishing. It was late in the afternoon. Everything had been still and quiet when he heard some noise in the brush behind him. He ignored it, thinking it was just a small animal, so he started hearing some type of whistling noise. He turned to check it out. That's when a beam of light hit him and he couldn't move. He fell to the ground. That's where two short human hybrids walked out of the brush. They proceeded to drag him into an airship. Once inside, he was set into a chair. The alien put a helmet on him. The helmet was heavy and he had a hard time breathing. Finally, he felt the ship land, but where we don't know. Alien came, took him into a larger room. There he saw aliens who looked very human. They all had red hair, thick eyebrows, huge green eyes, very large mouths. They had no teeth, but extremely sharp noses. They communicated with him by drawing pictures. They fed him, and he felt better. He saw pictures of earthly things such as horses, animals, houses, cities, and such. They asked him to help collect info on the specimens for them. They wanted him to do this for 3 years, and then go with them to their world and work for them there for 7. And he said no. This angered them so much that they threw him out of the ship almost 200 miles away from his campsite. Using his beard to give an estimate of how long he'd been gone, he figured they kept him for about 4 days. That's it for Grandpa's World today. Have a good day. We'll see you later.
I love Grandpa's World. I love that guy. I love his stories. I mean, he's one of a kind. Guys, there's somebody in the chat that we're going to need to help. Okay, live on this channel right now, we're going to try to help this person because that's what we do in this community. We help each other. Blue Pill says, my house is haunted. What do I do? The first question that I'm going to ask, well, okay, your house is haunted. And for sake of this argument, it is haunted, okay? I mean, I don't know you. I don't know. The question is, how haunted is it? I mean, is it, has this thing hurt you? Or is it just noises, or you see something? What kind of a haunting do you think? Do you think this is a dangerous haunting? I mean, let me see. What do you see here? Okay. We had dreams of a little boy. It pulls out toes at night in bed and plays with my cat all night. Okay. I mean, if I'm reading that, it sounds like it's a polite ghost. And I'm just saying, if it's playing with the cat and doesn't look like it's harmful, why have him go? Be nice to it. Tell him that that you're welcome here. Don't be afraid of it. If it's not harming, if it's playing with your cat, and let me see here. Ghost taps our shoulders, like to play a lot. Then, dude, then recognize it. Be friends with it. Let him know that he's cool. It's a polite. Yes, it's polite. So don't worry about no sage and all that. Not all ghosts. We think ghost stories. We think harmful and stuff. And I get it. If you're getting scratches, you're getting hurt. Yeah, there's something you need to do. Sage. I've heard stories from people that sage does work. I have a good friend, Blue Pill, through the Veil Paranormal. Nicole, through the Veil Paranormal. She's a good friend of my channel. There's Amber's ParaWorld. She's good with this kind of stuff. So there's 2 sources that you could go to and ask questions. Amber's, she's been on my channel a couple of times. She's one of the nicest persons I ever met. And, she could probably answer questions for you. So, but I'm just me. I'm just saying, if it's friendly, let it know it's friendly, and let the ghost know it's welcome. Because what I understand is ghosts who feel like they're ignored are the ones who start to get aggressive. That starts to become mean because it just wants to be noticed. I mean, a lot of people in life wants to be noticed. So just, be cool. Do I have a link to her channel? Amber's ParaWorld. Well, yes, Amber's ParaWorld. This is her link right here. This is Amber's ParaWorld. She's in the chat right now. That's the link to her channel. Let me see if I can find my other friend right here. This is my other friend. Her name is Nicole. She's been on my channel 2-3 times. She's a medium that actually has worked with the police before on some cases. So, and she's very kind, and she's a very a good person. These are good people that I'll send you to. So this is the link to her channel. Talk to them. Talk to them, and they could going to give you better information than I can, because I am not a medium. Maybe I am a medium. I just have never tested my powers. Maybe I should. You can ask right here. Amber's saying right there, if you feel like that you want this person to cross over, you can actually ask the spirit to cross over. You may need to help it. okay, help it. You know, sometimes they're there for a reason. There's things that it wants you to do to help them cross over. So there's a couple of things, but make it feel welcome. If it's not harming you, make it feel welcome, make it feel comfortable, and maybe you know, I sub to them. Thanks, guys, for the resources. So, yeah. Just convince it to calm tone that it's needed elsewhere. Yeah. So, you know, and there is no 100% correct answers to anything, but it's good to check different sources, different people, and give their opinions. And I kind of agree with Amber. You know, just try asking the spirit, do you want to cross over? You know, and all that. So, beyond that, hopefully I helped you there. And we're going to jump on over to the Mandela Effect, or false memory, or Mandela Effect, or parallel universe, multiverse. Who knows where we're at in this comic book world? It could be the Matrix.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
Luke, I am your father.
All right. Let me get you the title of this video, and I'll have her link in the description after the show. You guys all know I don't put the links before the show because I don't want you to watch their videos until you finish my show. So today's Mandela Effect is called Rod Serling Never Said, Imagine If You Will. Imagine If You Will. Rod Serling is the host of the original Twilight Zone, the Twilight Zone show, the black and white. Now, this might not be a Mandela Effect for everybody because it is a black and white show. I don't know if a lot of the newer people have seen the old Twilight Zone, but here's the intro, the original intro to the Twilight Zone, just so you guys can remember. Here's the original intro.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
Okay, now this is the video that she put together, and what I love about this video is she's basically asking people what they remember. You know, asking questions about what do they remember. Not telling you this is exactly what happened. Just asking people for their thoughts. Here's the video. Oh, wrong video. Sorry. My fault.
Okay, so I just had to report on this, and if somebody else has reported on this before, then I apologize. Send me your link, and I'll link it below, but I looked everywhere. I couldn't find anything. I asked My Live DIY, and she was like, I can't find anything either. So we were looking around. There's a post from like 7 years ago where people are saying that he never said, imagine if you will, or picture if you will. So he's never said that. Rod Serling, or Sterling, I remember Sterling, but he's never said, imagine if you will, even though a lot of people quote that, and people are just going to blame it on a meme or a skit, but I can still hear it in my head, him saying that. So I'm quite, actually this chilled me to my bone. I had goosebumps everywhere. I was like, there's no way. So I found a post talking about how it never existed, how he never said it, and linked to a Wikipedia page with everything that everyone in every episode has ever like recorded. And I looked through it and I don't see that quote anywhere. So I might look crazy, might look stupid, but if you find this quote or him saying this, please link it and I will delete this video, because I want to prove that these effects are not real sometimes, and I'm just not, just misremembering. And I can't find, I've looked up and down. You think it would be the first thing you type into YouTube, Rod Serling quote, imagine if you will, and there's nothing. It's just people parroting, and it's really strange. So please let me know what you remember. If you can find it, I'll send you a piece of jewelry with a 4-leaf clover. I mean, seriously, this is tripping me out. Thanks for watching. God bless.
And just so everybody knows that the 4-leaf clover, I got one from her. That's because I'm special. I got one. So I'm special. I got a 4-leaf clover. That's interesting. That really is interesting, because I used to watch Twilight Zone, and I can't remember line to line. I'm going to be honest. Can't remember line to line, but I know what she's talking about, because I know I swore I heard that too before. Imagine what you will. I mean, I remember hearing that word imagine, and that, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I watched, the intro was special, because the intro is opening up to you to another world, and it's I always say, here, I'm going to make sure I'm saying this correctly. Imagine if you will. I always say that you got to look at St. Patrick's Day. You think, well, I wanted to show this video because you talked about the 4-leaf clover. So I just thought it was magical that video was perfect for this show. Let me see here. I remember it being more Harding intro. Yeah, I mean, there's different things, and I always say that a Mandela Effect does not have to be a memory for millions of people. It doesn't. In my opinion, it doesn't. Your memory is your memory, and I think, this memory is imaginary. Is probably has a message for you to look into. What that message is. I think each message is different for each person. And maybe taking the word picture and replacing the word imagine for you, Renee, is telling you that I'm just speaking like I'm a medium. I'm this, maybe it's telling you that the word imagine is you have your imagining. You got the imagination. You're researching the world. Maybe I know it's a far stretch, but I really think it's telling you a message, because I remember somewhat of the word imagination. Imagine the world. And it's I think it's a message for you. Hold on a second. Let me see here. People remember being on the famous ride in Disney World too, but it was never said there earlier. Well, yeah. Well, God damn it. Renee, that's the one thing that pissed me off. Disneyland, the Tower of Terror was designed for the Twilight Zone. I fucking love the Tower of Terror. Now they changed it to the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's the exact same thing, but it's more Guardians. And I'm telling you, I liked it better with the Tower of Terror. Now I heard Disney World still kept it as the Tower of Terror. And you know what? When you said that, and I was thinking, like, I used to go on the Tower of Terror. You know what? Renee, you did something smart right there. I remember filming myself going on that ride, Tower of Terror, because I love Tower of Terror. I'm going to have to find, I don't know where I'm going to find it, but I know I recorded it somewhere. I recorded it. I recorded the whole thing. And I wonder what's in that message. Does he talk to the intro? I got to find that fucking video. I got to find it, because I recorded that ride, and I wish they kept it as Tower of Terror. I love Guardians of the Galaxy movie, of course, but Tower of Terror, the look, the feel, the haunting, and then just falling straight down. Oh, I freaking loved it. Let me see here. Some people, what do they think? I still had the VHS. I could pull the tapes out of the shed. Go for it. Pull it out. You know, this is what we're here for. We're all researching because I really, truly, honestly think that this is a special Mandela effect for her, and she needs to keep researching. You know, why they go from picture to imagine? And I think it's telling her because you got the brains and imagination to explore. I think it's a special message for you to let you know, keep exploring, because you know, not everything's black and white out there. Not everything's cut and dry. You know, there's things that we just don't understand. Science cannot explain everything. You know, I wish, yeah, man. Yeah. Well, the Tower of Terror, what I still heard, it's still up at Disney World. I heard they have not changed it yet. You know. Well, Amber, thank you for your video and all that, and thank you for talking to Blue Pill about the haunting. You know, that's what we're all here. We're all here to help each other. You know. Wow. Yes, I did. I love that ride. I loved it. I gotta find it. I don't know where it is. I filmed it on one of my older phones, but it went to the cloud. So, and this was, I'm talking 9 years ago. So I got to go through a lot through the Google Cloud to find that video of it, and I got to find it. So I'm on a mission for you. I wish I would have realized that Tower of Terror was a Twilight Zone ride, even though it's a Twilight Zone in Disney World. So, man, so guys, like I said, I've always said this to people. Your memory is your memory. What you remember it doesn't matter if 1 million people, it doesn't matter if 100 people, 1,000 people. And I've always said, you know for a fact there's a change for you. There's a reason why. I believe that. I believe there's a reason why. There's a message for you. You know, if you can remember the season and year, I am sure you will narrow it down. That is badass. Yeah. I think there's a message there for you, Renee. I really do. I think there's a message for you and all that. And here, let me find something real quick here. Real quick, and then we'll wrap up the show today. I'm trying to hold on. I want to put her. The video is going to be in the description, but since I got it right here, and there's still people in the chat, low crowd today. Last night there was a lot of you, so I don't know if you guys got too tired of seeing me last night. You're like, I don't want to see him 2 days in a row, but this is the link. This is the link to her channel. I'm going to put it right here. And I told you people, there are some good channels in the Mandela Effect community. They're good ones. There are people who talks about it, and they never try to force anything onto you. They discuss it. They have fun talking about it. And then they're a lot like what I believe in. It's up to you. Nobody should ever force any belief onto you if you don't want to believe in something. You know, it's thought process. And she does fantastic Mandela Effects, especially with music. A lot of great stuff with music. And I wish I could play a lot of her music ones on this channel, but we all know music has a lot of copyrights. And if YouTube, some reason they don't want your channel up, you know, kind of like I had to change the word gypsy because it became a slur, and I had to write a 3-page paragraph to explain to YouTube on why I should be able to keep the name. I said, fuck it, I'm just going to change the name of the channel. I'm not going to go through that process. And all that because of another Mandela Effect channel that don't like that I tell people that it's up to you what you want to believe in. So I got one Mandela Effect channel trying to bring me down. and there are some fantastic channel, her channel, Hazel Fever's channel. They're fun effects. They're fun. They don't force it on you. They just tell you what they remember, what they think, and they ask you what you remember. That's the way it should be done. That's the way. And her voice is, come on, guys, let's be honest. Her voice is fucking wonderful. Well, when I hear that voice, that smooth voice talking, I mean, people don't think I'm a sicko. Just stop that thinking, I know. But I could play her video at night and just fall asleep with that soothing voice. There's some people are meant to like read books and you know how like you listen to rain at night, it soothes your soul. That's her voice. It soothes your soul and it makes you fall asleep so much easier. So check out her channel. She's one of the good ones of the community. She's a great person. Like I said, and I missed their shows on Thursday. I noticed that a lot of live shows aren't being done right now, and I hope you guys get that Thursday live shows back going, because it's not no. They are not dumb videos. They are fun videos. They are fun, and there's nothing wrong with fun videos. Like I said, you're not pushing anything on the people. You're just letting people know this is strange. And you're like anybody else. We're just trying to find the answers. We all don't know the answers. We're all trying to find the answers, Even if the answer is simple, And I know it's weird saying Mandela Effect and false memory. If it is a false memory, you want to know that. That's what I like about you. You want to know that too. I want to know why I have a different memory of certain something. Good or bad, Do I wish it was parallel or a wormhole or multiverse to be proven? Yes. Yes, I want that. Even if somehow, I don't think we're living in the Matrix. I don't think we're batteries and to computers and all that. But if we are, I want to know. And if it's a simple, I saw something else that I'm crisscrossing that memory with, I want to know that too. I want to know that. I just want the truth. I just want to know why. There's nothing wrong with that. So guys, today, thank you so much for coming. I very appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow with another paranormal news. And I hope to see a lot of you guys back. And like I said, guys, send me, I created a new email address for this channel, The Real Breaking News. Send me, say, hey, Eric, check this video out. Hey, you should check this one out. This is a good one for your show. Just make sure that if you think there's a copyright, let me know. Hey, Eric, you should show this, but you might want to double check a copyright, because you guys know I have a system to check to see what has copyrights on it. But if there's a video you want to recommend me showing and seeing, please send it to me. Pictures, whatever it is, send it to me, because it doesn't have to come from me. It comes from all of you. So my show is your show. We're together. We're part of this show. We're all the show. We're one big happy family. So send me an email. Let me know, and all that. Let me know. Like yesterday's Blue Eyes. Dr. Wu sent me that one about the blue eyes. That was fun. That was interesting. There's so much interesting stuff out there that it's impossible for one person to know. So send me an email. Say, hey, check this one out. The only criteria I always say, let's try to make it between 0 and 5 minutes. But if you have a 30-minute video, but if there's like 5 minutes of it you think is worth for me to show, let me know. Give me that timestamp. Because, if I show 30-minute videos, we'll be here all freaking day. So even if you have a long video, Eric, check 2-3 minutes. You're going to like this. I'll show it. Then after the show's over, I'll put the link for your channel and a shout out. So beyond that, guys, I appreciate you guys. I'm seriously appreciate you guys being here. Even if it's just one person watching, it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. So beyond that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow on the Paranormal News.